Caitlin Clark, let it be known, she does not like this Stephanie White offense, how these players in the WNBA don't even know where to move or how to move or where to cut. And that leads to a lot of her turnovers. And she also states how much she misses Lisa Bluter. And I think all of us Indiana Fever Caitlin Clark fans prefer if Lisa Bluter was the head coach of the Indiana.
Caitlin Clark didn't just dominate the scoreboard. She might have just set her playbook on fire. Picture this. Setting rookie records, all while slyly eyeing the offense you're running. Then, as casually as ever, wishing your old college coach would swoop in and rescue you like it's a basketball fairy tale. Clark's making waves that go far beyond the court, bigger than any buzzer beater you've ever seen. And the locker room drama? Trust me, it's about to get juicier than you think.
I mean, what's going on here? And I'm sorry, but if Stephanie White's supposed to be this all-world coach, you're not going to show up to a game against the Phoenix Mercury with DeWanna Bonner playing on the other side after what she did to the Indiana Fever franchise, and you show up there and somehow the team is lifeless. Sophie Cunningham coming back to Phoenix and the team is lifeless. That is the coach.
If the WNBA wants to thrive, it has to stop clipping the wings of players like Caitlin Clark. Her unpredictability, her ability to make plays nobody sees coming. That's what makes her special. You can't make her play safe and expect to see the magic she brings. Give her the freedom to be herself. Give her the same green light Lisa Bluter handed her in college. Let her make the plays that might not work, because half the time they will, and when they do, they'll be on highlight reels everywhere. Right now, the WNBA has a golden ticket in Caitlin Clark. But if they keep clipping her wings, that ticket's going to turn into a receipt, and receipts don't sell out arenas.
Sums up why I can't stand Stephanie White as a basketball coach for Caitlin Clark. I don't think that Stephanie White is a bad coach. Don't get it twisted. She's not a bad coach at all. I just don't think she's the right coach for Caitlin Clark. So let's take a listen to this right here. This was on the podcast with Super.
But I think that's even been something like me and Steph have always talk about when we go and watch film. And even that New York game where I played really, really well. Obviously scored a lot of points. I think I had 9 assists or 10 assists that game.
She was a rebound and assist off a 32-point triple-double. And is the only reason her team's in the game.
So you can imagine the shock when she enters the WNBA and finds herself stuck in Stephanie White's offense. Honestly, it feels less like a game plan and more like a board meeting about mailbox colors. Rules everywhere, creativity nowhere.
Man, it's just going to be interesting to see her come back and see this team fully go full circle around their set leader, and I'm still banking on it being Caitlin Clark. Without Caitlin Clark, they had 19 in the one game and 16 in their previous game without CC even playing.
Then came the Liberty game. Caitlin, she wasn't just warming up. She was cooking. Like someone called the fire department because this gym was about to burn down. But when the fourth quarter hits and she makes 2 turnovers, what happens? Boom. Bench time. Just like that. Even Michael Jordan had turnovers, but nobody ever told him, that's it, go sit down. But Clark, she's sent to the bench like a kid in timeout.
My precious Cece, she was upset. She didn't say nothing, no smiling, walked off, not looking at no cameras. I'm talking about, you can tell it's all on her face. She got it in her mind. But look, I need y'all to understand. That was so embarrassing and pathetic, and the teamwork was not there. But I remember Jordan had got hurt his second year. He didn't come back into playoffs, and that playoff series was legendary. He scored 63 points in one game, but he still lost, though.
Meanwhile, the rest of the players are tossing the ball around like it's a gift, but they're still out there, except for Tash and Mitchell. They're the only ones allowed to play like this is a drill, while Clark's left watching from the sidelines.
The Stephanie White offense compared to what she was doing at Iowa when she took over the world. Let's take a look.
at the college. Like, it was very similar. Like, although attack, like, we're known to have like 5 shooters on the floor at all time. Like, we played with really good floor spacing, and at Iowa it was the same way. Like, 4 people were on the floor that could shoot at the same time. Then obviously we usually played with a true post, but they rarely missed too. Like Mon never missed. Like Hannah Stolke was tremendous when I was there too. And even our backup post players, like, I always think about like how Coach Bluter like ran practices and things. And like, I'm very fortunate looking back and like now going to like watch other colleges practices and things like that. Like, she really like was so intentional about like making sure everyone was on the same.
Here's the thing. WNBA coaches like Stephanie White are so obsessed with don't mess up basketball that they forget the whole point is to put on a show. You can't win games or fans by playing it safe. That's not offense. It's like a hostage situation with a shot clock. Lisa Blutter never coached that way. She didn't freak out if Caitlin took a risky shot or threw a wild pass. Blutter understood that high-risk, high-reward plays are what actually win games. You don't limit a player's freedom just because one gamble didn't pay off. You double down because the next one might be the dagger. But here, Clark's brilliance is being stifled. She's seeing plays develop before they even happen, something most veterans can't even dream of. And yet, White keeps her boxing like she's afraid Caitlin might actually break the game.
In over 10 years, and Caitlin Clark has something to do with that, man. They was 8-5 with Caitlin. At the end of the day, no matter how many games they win, they lost more games without Caitlin Clark playing. Like, so everybody argument that Caitlin Clark is the Achilles heel, Caitlin Clark is this and that, your argument is obsolete, bro. They will forever have that notion on there, that blemish on there. Now, if they would have won more games, lost less, then you might have had something.
You know what's missing in the WNBA right now? A basketball IQ that leads a game instead of just following it. And some of these college coaches, they've got in spades. Honestly, if Lisa Blutter stepped into the WNBA, she'd have her team scoring 110 a night without even breaking a sweat. But the current system? It's killing creativity in exchange for safe plays. It's like watching paint dry in slow motion. Players are too afraid to take risks because if they do, they end up on the bench. And for Caitlin Clark, that means her creativity gets muzzled. Her confidence gets crushed. Bring back the college freedom. Bring back coaches who get it. A turnover for creativity is worth more than 10 safe plays that go nowhere. Bring that Lisa Blutter energy back to the WNBA. Otherwise, we're going to miss out on the kind of basketball that makes you sit up, not scroll past.
Still lost, though. But at the end of the day, he fought. And you could tell that he missed being away from the game. So I can see my precious CC coming back doing her thing for the playoffs. I just want her to be 100% healthy at the end of the day. If Stephanie White gonna keep jeopardizing.
Right now, the only thing more predictable than the offense is Caitlin Clark ending up on the bench for being too exciting. If that's the new standard, don't be shocked when the league loses the very thing it needs most. Players who make you want to watch. Let's be real. The WNBA's obsession with veteran players is out of control. Thought it was a meritocracy? Nah, it's simple. If you've been around longer than the rookie, you can mess up all you want and still stay in. But if you're a rookie and you dare make a flashy turnover, boom, that's your night.
Indiana Fever fans. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100 like a Ben Frank. You hear me? So let me ask y'all again. Is Stephanie White a good coach? A great coach? I'm waiting. No, she not. Not even close. If anything, she puts a stall in the offense. She's sucking the life out of the team, out of the franchise. And Kelly Krostoff, whatever her name is, Lynn Dunn, you hear me? They all need to go.
Stephanie White's offense feels like a tax return. Complicated, full of unnecessary steps, and always ending in frustration. The ball moves cautiously. The sets are rigid. It's like driving 35 in the fast lane with your hazard lights on. Sure, you won't crash, but you'll kill the fun for everyone else. This isn't about Caitlin Clark having growing pains. It's about stifling the very thing that made her special, her unpredictability. You want the defense to fear her because they don't know what she'll do next. But you won't get that in a system that punishes creativity. It's almost ironic. Coaches want to play their way. even if it kills her natural game. Blood understood players, not just plays. She knew when to push, when to pull back, and when to let a star just be a star.
Stephanie White, Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White remains fully confident in her team following Thursday's deflating loss. The veteran coach sent a clear message. It was a 35-point ass drubbing. It was deliverance and Ned Beatty. Anybody seen that? Squeal like a pig? Yeah. The Phoenix Mercury bleeped the shit out of the Indiana Fever last.
Now think about what this sends to the rest of the team. If the star rookie, the one driving ticket sales and bringing in wins, gets benched for a minor slip, what message does that send? Play safe. Don't risk it. The excitement? Gone. It's not just a Caitlin Clark issue. It's a league-wide problem. The best minds in basketball aren't always in the pros. Some of the most creative coaches are still in the NCAA, taking players with less talent and turning them into stars. Put a coach like Blooder in the WNBA, and suddenly you've got a team that actually looks like it enjoys the game.
In the post-game press conference, Caitlin Clark made sure to give out about Caitlin Clark not passing the ball to Dantas. Like, we've seen Damiris Dantas play. She can't shoot. Why would Caitlin Clark pass the ball on an all-time heater to Dantas?
This just his last game this year.
Mm-hmm.
I started the fourth quarter off with like 3 turnovers in a row or 2 turnovers in a row. And Steph yanked me and she was like, this is like a learning moment. Like, you got to be able to, like, yes, like maybe it could have been there. Like, maybe you could have thrown a little bit better of a pass. Maybe they could have caught it. But, like, do we need that in this moment?
Want to grow the WNBA? Stop muzzling your brightest star. Let Caitlin Clark run free. Let her experiment. And yes, let her make mistakes. The WNBA needs more jaw-dropping plays, not more predictable, safe possessions. The thing is, if you let Clark play through her mistakes, she'll fix them faster than anyone. High IQ players adapt, but if you bench them, you're not teaching them. You're telling them not to try. Blooder knew this. She wasn't afraid of the occasional misfire. She knew the bigger picture. This isn't just a Caitlin Clark problem. It's a league issue. But Clark's the perfect case study, because we've seen her at her best. Right now, she's being forced into a system that doesn't suit her style, and it's killing the spark that made her a household name.
Lisa Bluter always made sure people knew what they were going to do, aka she made sure people knew their role. Everybody knew their role, and that is the problem with the Indiana Fever and the bullcrap that Caitlin Clark deals with now. We got Natasha Howard coming in talking about she wanted to win MVP. Red flag. Red flag. We got Caitlin Clark, and you're talking about joining this team and winning MVP. She didn't know her role. Didn't know her role. That is the difference. We got a bunch of people on this team that do not know and understand their role.
Here's the fix. Bring in coaches who coach to their players, not just to their playbook. Let Clark run. Let her experiment. And yes, let her make mistakes. The WNBA doesn't need more safe plays. It needs more highlight-worthy ones. That's what people want to see. They're not buying tickets for safe basketball. They want to see the next big moment, the one that gets replayed for years. And right now, the league's most electrifying player is too often watching from the sidelines. She should be creating those moments, not waiting for permission.
Today, Stephanie White has a clear conundrum on her hands, and she needs to figure out a solution to this problem before it's too little, too late. When Caitlin Clark was out with injury, Natasha Howard played well. Natasha Howard played well enough that kept us afloat along with Ari McDonald, along with Kelsey Mitchell, but Natasha Howard wasn't nearly as much of a hinder to the offense with Caitlin Clark.
If the WNBA wants to thrive, it has to stop clipping the wings of players like Caitlin Clark. Her unpredictability. Her ability to make plays nobody sees coming. That's what makes her special. You can't make her play safe and expect to see the magic she brings. Give her the freedom to be herself. Give her the same green light Lisa Blooder handed her in college. Let her make the plays that might not work, because half the time they will, and when they do, they'll be on highlight reels everywhere. Right now, the WNBA has a golden ticket in Caitlin Clark. But if they keep clipping her wings, that ticket's going to turn into a receipt, and receipts don't sell out arenas.